Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another video, and today we're starting another little top 5 series. We're going to be talking about the top 5 scenes of every season, and we're going to go back to the beginning and start off with the pilots. I probably won't do this for Day of the Departed since it's pretty bad and there's only one real scene that I actually like from there, that actually being the lantern lighting scene. But yeah, we're going to try to do these throughout the next few weeks as frequently as possible, with of course some other videos when necessary. But yeah, let's get started with my number 5 pick. So in 5th place, we have the original Tornado of Creation scene, which is in the second pilot episode, King of Shadows, and the ninja pretty much are forced to use this to defeat an army of skeleton and actually put them in a Ferris wheel, which is still kind of an icon of the series today. That's still one of the most classic things in the series today. But yeah, this scene is pretty cool for the most part because it's fun to see how the ninja have developed over this 44-minute episode or special. So it is pretty cool to actually see the tornado creation finally being used after pretty much the entire special did kind of lead up to this, hinting towards what the tornado creation would be like and describing it on numerous occasions. And this definitely did not disappoint. The end product with the Ferris wheel was a great idea and it was definitely very funny, and it was pretty cool as well. This scene is definitely very nostalgic as well, as it really does signify how the ninja have developed and the true point when they really become good at spinjitzu. But other than that, this scene is pretty good, but definitely not the best of them. So in 4th place, we have the opening scene and fight, which is essentially Kai, Wu, and Nia versus Samukai and his entire army of Skullkin, a very unmatched fight. But also I included the opening scene as well, which is when Wu visits the shop, and that's the first scene of Ninjago. It really is. So this scene is very nostalgic and will definitely hold a special place in a lot of fans' hearts, because this really was the beginning of Ninjago as we know it. It also had some great character development for Kai, even in this one scene alone, with Kai pretty much telling Wu that he's an idiot and that he should go somewhere else. And even his arrogance with the sword and his blacksmithing abilities and all of that. And I think there's a lot of development even from this one scene alone. Even with Nia as well, as we see that she doesn't listen to Kai and she actually goes out to fight as well. But what's also really cool is actually seeing Wu in action for the first time. I think it was a great idea to start off the series with Wu actually in action and pretty much saving Kai, but he's unable to save Nia, and that pretty much is all there is to it. So this is pretty much the scene that right away follows the opening scene, and this is the very first backstory that we ever see in the series, and I think this scene itself, even though it is a backstory scene, is an amazing scene and just done very well, even regardless of nostalgia and all of that stuff. The soundtrack is just simply amazing, and that is the classic Ninjago overture, and it just fit really well with this. I almost got that vibe that Sensei Wu was telling a myth or a legend or some kind of thing like that, and it just fits so well, especially with the music. It just feels very ancient, and it fits the whole East Asia kind of theme that the series has always leaned towards. It fits that very well, and for the most part, it does again feel like Wu is telling a story or a myth or a fable, and it works out really well for the most part. The visuals are also pretty cool too, and this is a great way to actually portray the backstory and flashbacks, and I like that this was also used in the future as well. So in 2nd place, we have the Shadow Duel at the Fire Temple. This scene was just amazing, and it was a great way to have the final golden weapon be introduced. Of course, that corresponding to Kai, and it was also some cool development for Kai as well, although Kai didn't do too much. But yeah, this is still one of the best scenes of Ninjago yet, with him actually doing spinjitzu, retrieving the sword, and cutting Nia all in one move, and that is just really epic and still, again, an amazing scene. It was also great to see Wu, and of course Shadow Garmadon, who I've already talked about in some videos recently. But yeah, Shadow Garmadon is just amazing, and this is the form of Garmadon that I really do love. He's just very mysterious, and it worked out really well for the most part. The Shadow Duel is also very cool as well, and I thought it was really cool to see Garmadon, to see an exploration of Garmadon's shadow powers, and how he actually turns Kai's own shadow against him and uses that to his own advantage. And all in all, it was a great scene, and seeing Wu and Garmadon interacting with each other after so many years of not was also very cool as well. This might be a controversial pick for some, but in 1st place I have Garmadon's escape from the underworld and the fight that followed before Wu versus Samukai. The fight itself, let me just clarify, is not really what I like about this scene. The fight itself is just okay. It kind of feels like they're bashing hammers, and it's not the best in terms of choreography, but I just really love the purpose of the fight and actually what results from the fight. That is why this is on this list. And in particular, I really love Garmadon's escape from the underworld, and I don't think it could have been done better. Being a huge Garmadon fanboy, it's only fitting that I put this as my favorite scene, because this really was the highlight of Garmadon's character, and it really did set up the door, it set up the building for the future of Garmadon's character and how he would later return in the next season. It was great development for him as well, and it was the more sneaky, manipulative side of Garmadon that we really only saw in the pilots. And to this day, I still think this side of Garmadon is amazing. We learned that he has manipulated Samukai this entire time, and actually wanted him to end up dying so that he could escape the underworld. And the following monologue is just awesome. I really loved his monologue about the good and evil balance, and this still proved to be relevant even 2 seasons later in the final battle in Season 2. So yeah, this definitely did have a lot of meaning. And I also really loved the whole vortex thing and him escaping into it. And I think it was a great conclusion to the pilots because the ninja did win for the time being, but of course Garmadon was still out there and would return. All in all, it was just an amazing ending, and I don't think it could have been done better. So as I mentioned earlier, we'll be continuing this in the future, and the next one in the series will of course be top 5 scenes of Season 1. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share with everyone you know, as well as sharing your thoughts on my ranking, as well as listing your own down in the comment sections below. Once again, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.